This is the underwater cave on Ragnarok. It's entirely walled off, protected by squids, and you can appreciate the giant pillar here that is the entrance. We're gonna pop. What is going on, guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for coming to hang with me today. We're inside of Ark Survival Evolved for a very special occasion. We're going to be checking out one of the most coolest mega base builds that we have ever seen in Ark. In my entire career in Ark, this is probably one of the coolest bases that I've ever seen. I've been through it a couple of times and I still haven't seen everything. It is massive, it is super cool, and we're going to check it out here on the channel today. I am Nick, this is Nerd Parade, and I need you to do something for me. If you haven't already, tag that subscribe button. Also, be sure to ring the bell so you can stay up to date on all things Nerd Parade. Now, this build takes place here on Ragnarok, and it's on the Nerd Parade sponsored Battle of the Builds server. And Battle of the Builds server, if you're not familiar with it, is a place where players or tribes can go head-to-head and fight, not with weapons, but with bases. That's right, it's a building competition, and the coolest base is chosen by the community, and it gets showcased right here on the Nerd Parade channel. This takes place off of the shore. Like I mentioned, it's an underwater mega build. It takes place offshore here, and we're on a ship. We are on a boat because we've taken the boat from shore to these docks here. I feel like this base is largely inspired by a lot of things like Atlantis, or maybe even The Little Mermaid, because it takes place under the sea. But we're here on this boat, and I'm in spectator mode so that we can really appreciate and check out all the things from all the angles, and I can show them off to you in all of their glory. We're going to get off the boat here, and we're going to hop down onto the docks. Just imagine me hopping down there. We're greeted by our shipwright ledger guy. This person has a title. I don't know exactly what it is, but we're greeted by him and we gotta sign our name. We're checking in. I would like to register one Nerd Parade, please. And we're gonna progress our way through here. These docks are occupied by what seem to be shifting? Yes, shifting boats, fishing boats, and other types of trade vessels, including this guy, which appears to be very tribal-y. I just imagine that this is a shaman's vessel. He's come to this port to trade with the local denizens of the undersea utopia. There's also some guys here with spears that seem to have ridden sharks up here, and they're guarding the dock with their scuba gear. Now, this server does take place on PC, so there's a lot of mods. If you're a player of the console variety, you may see some of these and wonder, like, why are there so many people here? Why are they just standing guard? Well, these are NPCs, and there's a lot of cool decor mods on this server as well, so that people and players can achieve the coolest builds you have ever seen. Let's pop over here to the Enzo and Megan's Undersea Tours. Add deeper meaning to your visit by checking out the Undersea Tour. We're going to hop on here. We're going to sit on the boat. It's not quite a glass bottom Moza, but it's definitely a glass top Moza. We can check out all the cool things under the sea, like it's Ark Disneyland, taking place right here on Ragnarok. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to check in. I got a fast pass. It's cool. Don't worry about it. These are the steps to what I like. I'm just going to call it Atlantis. I think Atlantis is a fitting name for it. And the tribe that created this, before I forget to name them, is Happy Little Accidents. And this base was not built by accident at all. It is beautiful. So as I mentioned, this base takes place under the sea. We're going to appreciate the docks. This is simply the entrance. And we're going to go down. This massive creation of spirally staircases, as I mesmerize you into hitting that thumbs up button for me. That's right, you will tag the thumbs up button for me. You will comment and like this video. Oh god, I messed up my spiral hypnosis. This continues to go all the way down to sea floor. The docks are simply the entrance point. We've made it all the way to the bottom here. We've got more guards that protect the entrance. And when I say mega build, prepare yourselves, because this was and is a mega build. Like I mentioned, I've been through this base about 3 times and I still haven't seen everything. So this entire video is going to be dedicated to the showcase because I am that impressed by it. As I mentioned, in my entire career of Arkening, I haven't seen anything as cool as this base. It currently holds the title for coolest base I've ever seen. This is the underwater cave on Ragnarok. It's entirely walled off, protected by squids, and you can appreciate the giant pillar here that is the entrance. We're going to pop back into the walkway. that's sealed off. You can actually walk through this and breathe air if you're not in spectator mode like I am. It's a really cool feature, and it's some of the modded structures that are on the server here. It continues. We're going to pop past it. Guarded by squids, the giant walkway. We're going to proceed through, and the base is just above here. We're skipping the entire walkway. I got to get back in the tunnel. This is how we actually enter the base. The level of detail that went into this base is astronomical. So let's go back here to the entrance point, and let's walk through it like we're a visitor. We're going to go here to the, I'm going to say this is customs. This is where we go through the metal detectors. We got to check our luggage, talk to these guys. We got to sign in. 1 nick for entry, please. Don't club me, mustache. We're going to head right in. It looks like a checkpoint. It's so cool. And we're going to land right here on the boardwalk. Now, this gives me vibes of, like, Disney World or something like that. You know, as soon as you walk in, it's decorated with shops. But I don't think it's more Disney World. It's more of like a mecca of trade. This is an underwater kingdom or utopia built here in this cave. And you can tell by the structures. Now, the lighting, the attention to detail, I'm going to try to show it all off as best that I can. The docks have barrels. And as soon as you walk up, there's a food vendor here with some NPCs getting some grub. Guys they're selling fireflies too. It's a delicacy, trust me. I mean, people eat snails, right? So it's right up there with that. We could come over here and get a caricature drawn of ourselves. I'm going to get a Nick character while I sit in this chair here. Look, the guy even drew himself. It looks identical. We've got some more painters here on the boardwalk peddling their trade. This is how the dinosaurs died out. Right here. Captured in picture form. And then there's a naked woman, I'm assuming Ark's version of Eve, touching the horn of a glorious unicorn. The paintings are on point. Like, the attention to detail that went into this, I can't rave enough. It is so super cool, and it deserved its own showcase and walkthrough. We have a really cool bridge here that's going to lead into some architecture, which I'm going to show off a little bit later. I'm not going to spoil it. I almost did. I almost said what it actually was, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to spoil. I'm going to show you guys firsthand everything. And you can see what I was talking about when I've walked through this base 3 times and still haven't been able to really see and appreciate everything. I'm going to try to do the best that I can to show it all off to you here on cam. We've got a local blacksmith that's peddling his wares, offering you some weaponry crafted, some lumber here, a pooping vendor that wants to sell you ores and various types of resources. There's also some flint and charcoal that he's got peddling. On the other side, we have... I went down the middle lane. I probably should have gone a different way. We've got some more food and some trophies being peddled by this vendor. And we're gonna hook it around. Let's go back. Let's speed it up and go back here a little bit. Because we have books and scrolls and magical tomes being sold over here in this area. We have a what I think is like a tea house or something, maybe a bathhouse. Because as we go through here and we go upstairs, there are some beds. It might be a brothel, because the beds are very close together, and there is a naked woman sleeping on them. Or perhaps just a very, very small inn. I'm leaning towards brothel, though. The toy vendor. That's right, the local toy vendor right next to the brothel. The local toy vendor here is peddling toys for the children of the Ark. We have stegos, we have wolves, we have thorny dragons, we have rock golems in the back. All hand-carved and dedicatedly painted by this tradesman right here and his ponytail. Got T-Rexes, trikes. Again, this is mostly mod decor structures, but how it's all pieced together is what really matters with this crazy cool base. On the backside, we have an apothecary. He's even got his little suit that he uses to collect poisonous herbs. Selling his powders, his potions, and even his blood bags. And, look, a concerned customer right here wondering if she's going to get poisoned by eating some of these plants. In the back area here, we have what I'm assuming is maybe like a guild hall, or perhaps a banquet. There's a cardo being slaughtered here, or maybe ritually sacrificed, with some climbing picks in him. Got a fire going, and a tiki mask being chiseled out and painted. I don't know, it just gives me like a guild hall vibe. It might be a different structure, but I like it. In the back area here, we've got a saddle vendor who's willing to sell you saddles of all types for the dinos that you've tamed across the Ark. And a textile vendor that sells dyes and various fabrics so you can color or brighten your world. Now, while we're touring, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're doing here on the Battle of the Builds server and what it is. Battle of the Builds is a server that I mentioned earlier in this video that is hosted by the Nerd Parade community for the Nerd Parade community to build and showcase the coolest builds to be judged by the community itself and voted upon. The coolest one gets showcased here, and if you think you've got what it takes to compete in Battle of the Builds, be sure to join the Nerd Parade Discord. It's in the link in the description below me, but if you want me to tell it to you, I will. It's discord.gg/nerdparade. Continuing right along with our tour, we have our arms or black market merchants selling you all types of weaponry in which you can hunt the dinos or the peoples of the Ark and protect yourself. In the back, we have the leather worker who's tanning hides and selling bones for various tools and crafts that you might have on the Ark. We've got our local fishmonger here who's selling you dolphin-safe tuna, tuna-safe dolphin, and various other types of fishes. And we even have a plant vendor who sells roses in case you pissed off your significant other of the Ark. Oh, and they even have the scissors in hand because they're trimming the stems off. I think it's a nice touch. I love it. We've got the, oh, actually, this is something I missed. This was something that I missed the first time around. We have a farmer or perhaps a groundskeeper of sorts on the boardwalk selling you plants. We've got our local llama, which is carrying all types of parcels. Maybe this is the Ark mail service. I want to pretend that this is the Ark mail service and the llama is delivering packages from one person on the Ark to the other. And some local produce, and a copy who managed to steal some meats, and he's chowing down under the table. Local produce vendor, it's all organic, fresh from the farms of the Ark. We've got a crafting table with eggs and kibbles, and a tiny little Kairuku that has just hatched his way out. We're going to adopt him and name him Stinky. Let's go to the fishmonger place and the local apartments, which might classify as the slums, because they're a little less luxurious looking than some of the other buildings over here. Passing across this wooden bridge, we're going to the fish hutteries, where they have their little idol. Maybe it's Gishnu, the Indian god with many arms. We have our local fishermen who are these guys are on break. They're just chilling. They're soaking their legs in the water. Many fish are stored here. It's just looking fantastic. The village element has come together in a way in this build better than any I've ever seen in Ark. And I was so excited to be able to show this off to you that I was chomping at the bit. I couldn't wait to start recording after I walked through here. I was like, wait, but I got to walk through it to know where I'm going. And I did it 3 times, still missed stuff. Let's check out all of the detail that is just happening inside some of these huts. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. There's even an outhouse with some toilet paper back here for the local fishers to take their local poops, even though they clearly do it standing up anyway and through their clothes because it is the rule of Ark to shit your pants constantly. It's still there for the time that you may or may not want to use it. Appreciating one of the kitchens and the smaller homes. There's a spice rack over here, a sink. All of the decor mods are making this thing really, really come together. If you're curious now for what are the mods that you guys are using on this server, again, check out the Nerd Parade Discord. We have all of that information listed. If you would like to use some of these mods, or again, even play on the Battle of the Builds server so that you can build with some of this crazy stuff yourselves. Baryonyx here, who are helping the local fishermen. They utilize the Baryonyxes to get their job and work done. And more of the fishing huts, which have, to me, they give a very, like, Asian vibe, and I love it. I am blown away by the work that you guys have done here, and I'm so excited and honored to be able to show it off. Thank you so much for your hard work and the amazing builds that you guys have done here on the server. We're going to check out one of the last few homes. It's even got an attic space. Check out one of the last few homes here in what I'm referring to as the slums. As we get to the very back area where it's got a tree incorporated into the build and a nice peaceful outhouse to take your poops. Look at that aesthetic view. Absolutely beautiful. With the weeping willow off in the distance, I love it. This middle road here is going to take us into what I refer to as the Crystal Farms. You can see it off in the distance. We're going to explore that area first, and then we'll check out the blacksmith on our left, and this building over here on our right. Look at that green sheep. Or alpaca? Llama. One of these things is the correct answer. This is what I refer to as the Crystal Farms. We have dodos in here who are pooping up stacks. The crystals nourish them and the ground around them. The structure has been built around this foliage to make it look like a farm. And it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We're going to go in here to where the other dinos are stored. We've got Ravagers from Aberration who are hanging out here. Their saddles at the ready so that they can be ridden. They're used for the common tasks on the Ark. Snowy Owl and its pin. More dodos. Beautiful. Stunning. Absolutely amazing. I don't have enough adjectives to describe how glorious this is. Hay bales stacked. There's something here. Or something has been here. And they've pooped a totem. And it's bouncing. So we're going to get away from this voodoo poops before we get possessed by the ghosts that made them. Oh, all right, more ghost poops. The glorious of all gloriouses. The flightless bird, the Chickle-Tickin. The Chickle-Tickinosaurus. We're going to check out the building that was on the right as we leave the farms. Oh my god, this... There's a Monkey Pithecus shrubbery. It's beautiful. I think, or is that stone or shrub? I hadn't noticed this before. I think it might be a stone. Just a green stone type of carving. They put up a fence. I didn't notice this either. They put up a fence. That's definitely the slums over there then. The Bob Ross here with the scissors across the table seems to be some sort of taxidermist. Look, there's dodos here on the table. I'm not exactly sure, but I want to say that if your favorite creature may have passed away, or you're a hunter of some sort and wish to mount a head on your wall, this is the lady that you need to come talk to. Now onto the other side of the farms, or the Crystal Farms, aka the stables. We have an NPC human who is collecting some hay to feed them and tons of fertilizer that's stacked up, ready to go, and aesthetically planted trees. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now this one is the horse pen, or the equus pen, and the llamas. I like the llamas. And what else do we have stored in here? We've got some sheep for the muttons or the wolves. And up the stairs we have a lounge. Oh, how very nice. It's a almost like a saloonish vibe, like a Western type of inn placed above the stable so that the workers can come and chill on their break. Oh no, this is definitely an inn. Or maybe it's the farmhand's quarters. We're going to check out the blacksmith now, but I love the foliage incorporated. I love the trees, the way that they were kind of incorporated with the build, the little bushes that were put down. And what I'm assuming is either rock or shrubbery. We have a T-Rex this time. It's a shrub rock. It's Ark. There's fantastical things on here. It's half rock, half shrub. Or maybe it's a stone that's covered in moss. Many of these things are possible. Still not quite sure what my favorite one is. The blacksmith. The glorious blacksmith and his mighty forges. Absolutely epic and beautiful. And it's built right off of the water's edge, so that he can utilize the water to cool his smiths. That's right. That's the appropriate term. His smiths. The products that he creates. Passing the glorious tree once again, we're going to take this walkway / bridge to the more upper class area. You know, let's go up the side first. Let's do that instead of going on the underneath side. We have shops on the upstairs parts, as well as apartment buildings or nicer places that have their own mailboxes, so the Alpaca Mail Delivery Service can deliver their Ark mail to them. This is another high-class apothecary, or definitely herbs are sold here. herbs and spices. Maybe even medicines in these jars. We have the local doctor. Wait, did that actually have a sign? No, this one didn't have a sign that I see. We have the local doctor. We're going to check out what the doctor does, besides fix people up. That's a brain. That's definitely a brain. We've got skulls in here, where he studies anatomy of various types, both human and dinosaur alike. We've got exam room number 1. Exam room number 2. And behind this door... Oh, we have the secret basement where he does experiments. We have to explore the secret basement where he Frankenstein's monsters again. Oh. Not gonna lie, I'm a little let down. I was expecting Arkenstein's monster to be down here. I wanted it to be pieced together with pieces of different dinosaurs. Oh my god, you could give a T-Rex Megapithecus arms and it'd be unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. Let's go to the bakery next. Let's see what's in here. Fresh breads. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Absolutely. And donut. Oh my god, those donuts look amazing. Homer Simpson would be proud. Black market goods. It's a pawn shop. It's behind bars. And he's got a top hat and a handlebar mustache. That just spells out shady. Shady vendor. What do you have back here? Jewels. And various stones. And he has a frickin' bodyguard. Yeah, this is a shady business practice in here. And now we get to check out the armory. Let's go in here. Oh, it's glowing. Oh, it's beautiful. We have all types of various armors. Again, custom tailored to fit your character's needs. All peddled right here. And here's your changing rooms so that you can try them all on. Is there somebody in here? Is it weird if I look? It's a girl. Okay, she's clothed. And she's looking in the mirror. The attention to detail. All of these little aspects are what makes this the most amazing base, kingdom build that I've ever seen. We're going to check out this beautiful fine dining restaurant. 5 stars as Yelp reviewed here in this kingdom. Everything is set up. They're not currently open for business yet. It's only 2 p.m. on the Ark, but once they do, this place gets absolutely packed for the dinner rush. And the local library at the end of the strip. Which way's the library? I'm thinking this is the library. It's one of, oh my god. I missed this the first couple of times through. And the librarian. This is amazing. So let me go the other way now. Let's go, what's back here? I completely missed the library. Oh, it's the other entrance to the library. It all connects. It's all connected in a glorious way. Oh, what a beautiful fountain. Oh my god, I love it. This building still seems to be under construction. There's some scaffolding here outside, but it's a glorious cathedral, which I'm assuming is honoring the Church of the Rock. That's right, or is it a tree? It's the Church of the Rock Tree. Because it looks like a redwood rock-like shaft of gloriousness with rocks around it. It's the Church of the Rock. This is the final location of the kingdom, and what I am assuming is the living area for the higher class of society. Because look at that glorious fountain over there on the side. We're going to check out this entrance. High class living. This guy has his own bar. We're going to bust down this door. See what's inside here. Look, they're cooking dinner together. What a cute couple. And they've slain reapers. The family that slays together stays together. Ah, the penthouse. We're going to check this puppy out right now. The mighty Kraken rests above his mantle as he chit-chats with himself. It's twins! Twins live here! They're definitely twinning. The glorious penthouse and the detail that has gone into this build is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The living quarters of the high class over here at the far end of the build, looking very castle-esque. The cathedral to the Church of the Rock shaft tree thing. Squids swimming throughout the lake. The boardwalk. The gigantic entryway that spans under the sea. and all of the detail that lies there within. The Tribe of Happy Little Accidents has outdone themselves with this amazing build, and it currently holds the title of coolest base that I've ever seen in Ark Survival Evolved. This is what the Battle of the Builds server is all about, building the coolest bases that you've ever seen in Ark Survival Evolved, and I hope you guys like this tour. If you did, smash the thumbs up button for me. Let me know that you like this stuff that way. Be sure to give all the credit to the Tribe of Happy Little Accidents. They are this season's winner of Battle of the Builds, and this took place again on Ragnarok. Thank you guys again so much for coming to hang. Remember to tag that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Ring the bell so you stay up to date on all things Nerd Parade, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care of yourselves and stay awesome. Later.